Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're about to uncover 5 incredible wheat pennies that most people would never think twice about. Some old pennies can hide fascinating history, surprising collector interest, and features that make them stand out from ordinary coins. Make sure you stay until the very end, because coin number 5 is the one every collector hopes to discover. Let's get started. First coin, the 1926 wheat penny, is one of the classic coins in American numismatic history. Produced during the early 20th century, this small 1-cent coin has become a favorite among collectors because of its rich history, iconic design, and connection to a fascinating era of the United States. While millions were produced, finding an attractive example with strong details and original surfaces has become increasingly difficult over time. Many pieces have been lost, damaged, or heavily worn through decades of circulation, making well-preserved examples especially desirable. The coin was struck in 1926 at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place a mint mark on its cents during that period. As a result, collectors identify these coins simply by the date and the absence of a mint mark beneath the year. The obverse features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, this design became the first regular United States circulating coin to feature a real historical person. The reverse displays 2 elegant wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, giving the coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. The 1926 wheat penny is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This alloy gives the coin its distinctive reddish-brown appearance when newly minted. Over many decades, exposure to air, moisture, and handling causes the original color to change gradually into rich brown or chocolate tones. Collectors often appreciate natural brown examples, especially when the surfaces have aged evenly without harsh cleaning or artificial coloring. This coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and measures about 1.55 millimeters in thickness. Despite its small size, the wheat penny contains remarkable artistic detail. Lincoln's portrait, the wheat stalks, and the carefully engraved lettering remain instantly recognizable more than a century after the design first appeared. A circulated example with chocolate brown color and noticeable scratches tells a story of everyday American life during the 1920s and beyond. Such a coin may have passed through countless hands, been used during the Great Depression, survived World War II, and continued circulating for decades before finally finding its way into a collector's collection. Every mark and scratch represents part of that incredible journey through history. One of the most appealing characteristics of the 1926 wheat penny is its historical significance. During the year these coins were minted, America was experiencing the Roaring Twenties, a period marked by rapid industrial growth, expanding automobile ownership, and significant cultural change. Carrying a coin from this era allows collectors to hold a genuine piece of American history that has witnessed nearly a century of economic and social transformation. Collectors carefully examine several features when evaluating a 1926 wheat penny: the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the wheat lines, the strength of the lettering, and the overall preservation of the surfaces all influence desirability. Original color, minimal environmental damage, and natural aging are generally preferred over cleaned or altered examples. Coins with unusually strong strikes or outstanding eye appeal often receive greater attention in the numismatic marketplace. Although the Philadelphia issue was produced in large numbers, many surviving examples have experienced significant wear. High-grade coins with exceptional preservation become increasingly scarce because relatively few escape circulation immediately after minting. For this reason, collectors are often willing to pay substantial premiums for certified coins that display outstanding detail and attractive original surfaces. The market value of a 1926 wheat penny depends on several important factors, including condition, color, strike quality, certification, rarity, and whether the coin possesses any significant mint errors. Most circulated examples are worth modest amounts, while exceptionally preserved pieces or unusual era coins may command dramatically higher prices at major auctions. Before assuming an unusually high value, collectors should have the coin authenticated and professionally graded by a respected third-party grading service. Demand for wheat pennies remains consistently strong because they are affordable, historically important, and widely collected throughout the United States and around the world. Many collectors attempt to complete full date and mint collections, while others focus on acquiring beautifully preserved examples with original surfaces. This continuing interest helps maintain a healthy collector market for classic Lincoln cents. Anyone discovering a 1926 wheat penny should avoid cleaning or polishing the coin. Even gentle cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and significantly reduce collector value. The coin should instead be handled carefully by its edges and stored in a protective holder to prevent additional scratches or environmental damage. If the coin appears to have unusual characteristics, such as a striking error or extraordinary condition, obtaining a professional evaluation is highly recommended. Searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten family keepsakes continues to be one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. Every wheat penny has the potential to reveal a fascinating story, and occasionally collectors discover examples that are far more valuable than expected because of exceptional preservation or rare minting errors. The 1926 wheat penny represents much more than a simple 1-cent coin. It is a lasting reminder of American history, craftsmanship, and everyday commerce from nearly 100 years ago. Its timeless design, historical importance, and enduring popularity continue to inspire collectors of all ages. While most examples are common, truly exceptional specimens remain highly sought after and can attract impressive attention within the numismatic community. For many enthusiasts, finding an old wheat penny in a forgotten collection feels like uncovering a hidden treasure, a small copper coin carrying generations of history, memories, and the excitement that perhaps one remarkable discovery is still waiting to be made. Next coin, the 1951 wheat penny without a mint mark, is a classic piece of American coinage that continues to attract collectors because of its historical significance, timeless design, and enduring popularity. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, this 1-cent coin represents the closing years of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which remained in production from 1909 until 1958. Although millions of these coins entered circulation, each surviving example carries a unique story shaped by decades of everyday use. A circulated coin displaying a natural brown copper color with light scratches and very fine details reflects a lifetime of commerce and history, making it an appealing collectible for both new and experienced numismatists. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first regular United States circulating coin to feature the portrait of an actual historical figure. Lincoln's dignified profile appears on the obverse alongside the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1951. Since this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark appears beneath the date, which was standard practice for Philadelphia cents during that period. The reverse of the coin displays two graceful wheat ears surrounding the denomination 1 cent and the words United States of America. Above these inscriptions appears the national motto, E Pluribus Unum. This elegant reverse design symbolizes America's agricultural heritage and is the reason collectors affectionately refer to these coins as wheat pennies. The simple yet iconic artwork has remained one of the most recognizable designs in United States numismatic history. The 1951 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc. This traditional bronze alloy gives the coin its familiar reddish appearance when newly struck. Over time, exposure to oxygen, humidity, and regular handling causes the original red color to gradually develop into attractive shades of brown. A naturally aged brown copper surface is often appreciated by collectors because it reflects decades of honest circulation without artificial treatment or cleaning. The coin has a standard weight of approximately 3.11 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Despite its modest size, every detail was carefully engraved to produce a coin that combined beauty, durability, and practicality for daily commerce. Even after decades of circulation, many examples still display much of the original design, allowing collectors to appreciate the artistry created more than 70 years ago. A 1951 wheat penny, in very fine condition, retains considerable detail despite years of circulation. Lincoln's portrait remains clearly visible. Many of the hair details are still present, and the wheat stalks on the reverse continue to show distinct grain lines. Light scratches and circulation marks are common and simply reflect the coin's long history of use. Rather than diminishing its historical appeal, these signs of wear remind collectors that the coin participated in countless everyday transactions across the United States. The year 1951 occupies an interesting place in American history. The nation was experiencing economic expansion following World War II, while also entering the early years of the Cold War. Families were purchasing homes, industries were growing rapidly, and millions of Americans handled wheat pennies every day for ordinary purchases. Owning a coin from this period offers collectors a direct physical connection to one of the most transformative eras of the 20th century. Although the 1951 Philadelphia wheat penny was produced in substantial quantities, locating examples with exceptional preservation becomes increasingly difficult. Many coins were heavily circulated, stored improperly, or cleaned by previous owners. Collectors therefore seek pieces that display original surfaces, attractive color, strong details, and minimal environmental damage. Coins that remain untouched by cleaning generally command stronger interest than altered examples. One reason collectors continue pursuing wheat pennies is the possibility of discovering unusual mint errors or die varieties. While most 1,951 cents were struck normally, certain rare production errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or dramatic die breaks, can significantly increase collector interest. Every coin deserves careful examination because small differences may transform an ordinary-looking cent into an exciting collectible. Market value depends upon numerous factors rather than the date alone. Condition, color originality, strike quality, certification, rarity, and the presence of recognized mint errors all influence desirability within the collector market. Most circulated 1,951 wheat pennies are worth modest amounts, while exceptional high-grade examples or important error coins may realize much stronger prices at auction. Professional grading remains the most reliable method for determining authenticity, preservation, and potential value. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies has remained remarkably consistent for decades. Many hobbyists attempt to assemble complete collections spanning every date and mint mark, while others specialize in high-grade certified coins or fascinating mint errors. Because the series is historically important and widely collected, attractive examples continue to enjoy steady interest among numismatists throughout the world. Anyone fortunate enough to discover a 1951 wheat penny should resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning permanently alters the original surfaces and may substantially reduce collector appeal. Instead, the coin should be handled carefully by its edges and stored inside an archival quality holder or protective coin flip. Proper storage helps preserve the natural color and prevents additional scratches or environmental damage. Searching through inherited collections, forgotten piggy banks, estate sales, antique shops, and old coin jars continues to be one of the most enjoyable parts of coin collecting. Every wheat penny carries the possibility of revealing an overlooked rarity or an exceptionally preserved example that has escaped attention for decades. These discoveries keep collectors motivated and add excitement to the hobby. The 1951 wheat penny without a mint mark represents much more than a single cent. It symbolizes American history, craftsmanship, and the countless daily transactions that shape generations of ordinary lives. Its enduring design, historical importance, and widespread collector appeal ensure that it remains one of the most beloved coins in United States numismatics. While most examples are common, every surviving wheat penny tells a remarkable story of survival through decades of circulation. Finding one hidden in an old collection or forgotten container still feels like uncovering a hidden treasure, reminding collectors that valuable pieces of history are sometimes accidentally lost, overlooked, or waiting quietly to be rediscovered. Next coin, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark, stands as one of the most recognizable and historically meaningful 1-cent coins in American numismatic history. Struck during the final year of World War II, this Lincoln wheat cent represents an important period when the United States was experiencing tremendous economic, military, and social change. Although millions of these pennies entered circulation, every surviving example tells its own unique story through its condition, appearance, and decades of use. A circulated coin with visible scratches and a naturally aged surface in very fine condition remains an appealing collectible because it serves as a genuine piece of American history that has survived for generations. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin was designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln remains one of the most iconic images ever placed on United States currency. The obverse features Lincoln facing to the right, surrounded by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1945. Since this particular coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it carries no mint mark beneath the date, which was the standard practice for Philadelphia cents during that era. The reverse design displays two elegant wheat stalks framing the denomination 1 cent and the inscription, United States of America. Above these appears the national motto, A Pluribus Unum. This simple yet beautiful design became known worldwide and earned the coin its famous nickname, the wheat penny. The reverse symbolizes prosperity, agriculture, and America's farming heritage, making it one of the most admired coin designs in United States history. The 1945 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, restoring the traditional bronze composition used before the temporary steel cents produced during World War II in 1943. The bronze alloy provides durability while giving the coin its familiar copper appearance. When first minted, the coin displayed a brilliant reddish-orange color. As decades passed, natural oxidation gradually transformed many examples into rich brown or chocolate-colored pieces. Collectors often appreciate naturally toned coins because they reflect genuine aging and originality. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of approximately 1.55 millimeters. Despite its small dimensions, the coin contains remarkable detail that demonstrates the exceptional craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Every line of Lincoln's portrait and every grain of the wheat ears reflects careful engraving that has stood the test of time. A very fine example of the 1945 wheat penny still preserves much of its original design despite years of circulation. Lincoln's facial features remain distinct. Many hair details are still visible, and the wheat ears retain noticeable grain lines. Surface scratches and circulation marks are expected on coins that spent decades changing hands in everyday commerce. Rather than reducing the historical significance of the coin, these signs of wear tell the story of its remarkable journey through countless pockets, cash registers, banks, and family collections. The year 1945 was one of the most significant years in modern history. World War II came to an end, bringing hope and relief to millions around the globe. American industries shifted from wartime production toward rebuilding the nation's economy, and everyday coins like the wheat penny were once again produced using their traditional bronze composition. Holding a 1945 wheat penny today creates a direct connection to one of the most important moments in 20th century history. Although Philadelphia produced a substantial number of wheat pennies, in 1945 finding examples with outstanding preservation becomes increasingly difficult as time passes. Many coins remained in circulation for decades, accumulating wear, scratches, discoloration, and environmental damage. Collectors therefore search for coins displaying original surfaces, strong strikes, attractive natural color, and minimal damage. Even circulated pieces with pleasing eye appeal continue to attract interest within the numismatic community. One of the fascinating aspects of collecting wheat pennies is the possibility of discovering unusual mint errors or die varieties. While most 1,945 cents were struck normally, occasional examples exhibit features such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, doubled dies, or lamination errors. These unusual characteristics can significantly increase collector demand because mint errors represent unique moments during the coin production process. Market value for a 1,945 wheat penny depends upon many important factors rather than simply the date. Professional grading, originality, preservation, strike quality, color designation, rarity, and the presence of recognized mint errors all influence collector interest. Most circulated examples trade for relatively modest amounts, while exceptional high-grade certified coins or remarkable mint error specimens may achieve substantially higher prices in competitive auctions. Because values vary considerably, professional authentication and grading remain essential for determining a coin's true collector value. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies continues to remain strong across the United States and internationally. The series offers a perfect combination of historical importance, beautiful design, and accessibility. Beginners often start with wheat pennies because they are easy to recognize, while advanced collectors pursue scarce varieties, superbly preserved examples, and significant mint errors. This broad collector base helps sustain long-term interest in the series. Anyone discovering a 1,945 wheat penny should avoid cleaning, polishing, or using chemical products to improve its appearance. Cleaning permanently damages the original surface and often reduces collector value. Instead, the coin should be handled carefully by its edges and stored in an archival quality holder that protects it from moisture, fingerprints, and additional scratches. Proper preservation ensures the coin can continue telling its historical story for future generations. Searching through inherited collections, estate sales, old piggy banks, antique stores, flea markets, and forgotten jars of change remains one of the greatest joys of coin collecting. Many valuable discoveries have been made simply because someone decided to examine old coins that had been ignored for decades. Every wheat penny carries the excitement of possibility, encouraging collectors to look carefully before overlooking an ordinary-looking cent. The 1,945 wheat penny without a mint mark is far more than a simple 1-cent coin. It represents resilience, American history, and the everyday lives of millions of people during one of the most important years of the 20th century. Its timeless design, historical background, and lasting popularity ensure it will remain a treasured collectible for generations to come. While most examples are common, truly exceptional specimens with remarkable preservation or rare mint errors continue to attract serious collector attention. Discovering one hidden inside an old collection, family inheritance, or forgotten jar of coins feels like uncovering a hidden treasure, reminding collectors that remarkable pieces of history are sometimes accidentally lost, quietly preserved, and patiently waiting to be found once again. Next coin. The 1,956 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of the final issues in the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, making it a memorable piece of American numismatic history. Although it was produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia Mint, this small 1-cent coin continues to capture the attention of collectors because of its historical significance, classic design, and connection to the final years of the wheat penny era. A circulated example displaying a natural chocolate brown copper color, light surface, scratches, in fine condition represents decades of American commerce and tells a story that extends far beyond its face value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. The obverse displays Lincoln's right-facing profile accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1956. Since this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it carries no mint mark beneath the date, which was standard practice for Philadelphia cents during that period. The reverse features two beautifully engraved wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above them appears the national motto E Pluribus Unum. This elegant reverse design symbolizes America's agricultural heritage and became one of the most recognizable coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint. Collectors around the world affectionately refer to these coins simply as wheat pennies because of this distinctive reverse artwork. The 1956 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This bronze alloy gives the coin both durability and its characteristic warm copper appearance. When first struck, these coins displayed a bright red luster. Over the decades, natural oxidation transformed many into attractive shades of brown, including the rich chocolate brown color often seen on circulated examples. Collectors generally appreciate naturally aged surfaces because they demonstrate originality in decades of honest circulation rather than artificial treatment. The coin has a standard weight of approximately 3.11 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Despite being one of America's smallest circulating coins, every detail reflects the remarkable craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Lincoln's portrait, the fine lettering, and the delicate wheat ears were engraved with exceptional precision, allowing the design to remain attractive even after years of use. A fine-condition 1956 wheat penny typically shows moderate circulation while preserving the major design elements. Lincoln's portrait remains bold, though finer hair details may be softened. The wheat ears continue to display their overall shape, even if some individual grain lines have worn away. Surface scratches, minor marks, and signs of handling are expected for a coin that circulated through countless transactions over many decades. These characteristics serve as evidence of the coin's authentic history rather than diminishing its historical importance. The year 1956 represents an interesting period in American history. The nation was experiencing economic growth during the post-war era. Suburban communities were expanding rapidly, and millions of Americans carried wheat pennies in their pockets every day. These coins purchased groceries, newspapers, candy, bus fares, and countless everyday necessities. Today, owning a 1956 wheat penny provides collectors with a tangible connection to the lives and experiences of people living during the 1950s. Although the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of wheat pennies, in 1956 finding examples with exceptional preservation has become increasingly difficult. Most entered circulation immediately after production and remained in use for many years. Exposure to moisture, handling, and environmental conditions gradually affected countless coins. As a result, collectors actively seek examples that retain original surfaces, attractive natural color, and strong design details. One of the fascinating aspects of collecting wheat pennies involves searching for unusual mint errors and die varieties. While the vast majority of 1956 cents were struck normally, a small number display production errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, repunched mint characteristics on other mint issues, or doubled die features. These unusual coins attract considerable collector interest because they represent rare events during the minting process. The value of a 1956 wheat penny depends on several important factors rather than the date alone. Condition, originality, color designation, strike quality, certification, rarity, and the presence of recognized mint errors all influence collector demand. Most circulated Philadelphia examples are worth relatively modest amounts, while exceptionally preserved certified specimens or significant mint error coins can command much stronger prices in the collector marketplace. Professional authentication remains the best method for determining authenticity and market value. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies continues to remain remarkably strong because the series combines affordability, history, and timeless artistic appeal. Beginners often choose wheat pennies as their introduction to coin collecting, while experienced numismatists pursue rare dates, high-grade certified examples, and fascinating mint varieties. This wide collector base helps maintain steady interest throughout the hobby. Anyone fortunate enough to discover a 1956 wheat penny should resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning permanently alters the original surface and may significantly reduce collector appeal. Instead, the coin should be handled carefully by its edges and stored inside a high-quality protective holder to guard against fingerprints, moisture, and additional scratches. Proper storage helps preserve the coin for future generations. Searching through inherited collections, estate sales, antique shops, flea markets, forgotten piggy banks, and old jars of change continues to produce exciting discoveries for collectors. Every wheat penny has the potential to reveal an overlooked variety, an attractive original example, or an important mint error that has gone unnoticed for decades. This possibility keeps the hobby exciting and encourages collectors to examine every coin carefully. The 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark represents much more than a simple 1-cent coin. It symbolizes American history, craftsmanship, and the final chapter of one of the nation's most beloved coin designs before the Lincoln Memorial Reverse replaced the wheat ears in 1959. Its historical background, enduring popularity, and classic appearance ensure that it remains a favorite among collectors around the world. While most examples are common, exceptionally preserved coins, or rare mint error specimens, continue to attract strong collector attention. Finding a 1956 wheat penny hidden inside an old collection, family inheritance, or forgotten container can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure, reminding us that remarkable pieces of American history are sometimes accidentally lost, quietly preserved, and waiting patiently to be rediscovered by the next curious collector. Next coin. The 1955 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of the most fascinating coins in the Lincoln Wheat Cent series. While millions of regular examples were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the year 1955 has earned a special place in American numismatic history because it is associated with one of the most famous coin varieties ever produced. Even ordinary 1955 wheat pennies remain popular among collectors because they represent the final years of the classic wheat cent design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. A circulated example with a natural brown color, surface scratches, and fine condition serves as a remarkable reminder of America's rich coinage history. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. Lincoln's dignified profile appears on the obverse, together with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1955. Because this particular coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it does not display a mint mark beneath the date, following the minting practices of that period. The reverse of the coin features two elegant wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above these inscriptions appears the national motto, "A pluribus unum." The graceful wheat design symbolizes America's agricultural heritage and remains one of the most beloved reverse designs ever used on United States coinage. Its simple appearance has made the wheat penny instantly recognizable to collectors around the world. The 1955 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This bronze alloy provides both durability and an attractive appearance. Freshly minted coins originally displayed a bright red copper color that gradually transformed over decades into deeper shades of brown through natural oxidation. Many circulated examples now exhibit an attractive brown surface that reflects years of honest use. Collectors generally appreciate naturally toned coins because they preserve their original character and historical authenticity. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of approximately 1.55 millimeters. Although it is physically small, every detail demonstrates the outstanding craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the wheat ears were engraved with exceptional precision, allowing the design to remain attractive even after many years of circulation. A fine condition example typically displays moderate circulation wear while preserving the major design elements. Lincoln's portrait remains clearly visible, although finer hair details may show noticeable wear. The wheat ears retain their basic outlines, while some of the finer grain details may have softened through decades of handling. Surface scratches and circulation marks are common on coins that served in everyday commerce and simply reflect the coin's long journey through countless hands over many decades. The year 1955 occupies an important place in American history. The United States was experiencing rapid economic growth during the post-war era. Families were purchasing new homes, automobiles, televisions, and household appliances while the nation's industries continued expanding. During this period, millions of wheat pennies circulated through grocery stores, banks, restaurants, schools, and businesses every day. Today, each surviving coin provides a genuine connection to this remarkable chapter in American history. Although the Philadelphia Mint produced an enormous number of wheat pennies, during 1955 collectors remain especially interested in this date because of the famous 1955 double die obverse variety. This rare mint error displays dramatic doubling on the date and lettering, making it one of the most sought-after error coins in United States numismatics. However, the overwhelming majority of 1955 Philadelphia wheat pennies are normal strikes without this famous error. Even so, many collectors carefully examine every 1955 wheat penny they discover in hopes of finding this legendary variety. The value of a 1955 wheat penny depends upon numerous factors, including condition, originality, color designation, strike quality, certification, and whether the coin possesses any recognized mint errors or significant die varieties. Most circulated examples are worth modest amounts, while outstanding uncirculated specimens or famous error varieties may command impressive prices at major auctions. Professional grading and authentication remain essential whenever a collector believes a coin may possess unusual characteristics. Collector demand for wheat pennies remains exceptionally strong because the series combines historical significance, artistic beauty, and accessibility. Beginners often build complete date and mint collections, while advanced collectors specialize in high-grade certified coins, rare varieties, and important mint errors. The continued popularity of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series ensures that attractive examples remain desirable across all levels of the hobby. Anyone discovering a 1955 wheat penny should avoid cleaning, polishing, or using chemicals to improve its appearance. Cleaning permanently alters the original surfaces and frequently reduces collector value. Instead, the coin should be handled carefully by its edges and stored inside an archival quality holder that protects it from moisture, fingerprints, and additional scratches. Proper storage preserves both the appearance and long-term collector appeal of the coin. Searching through inherited collections, estate sales, old piggy banks, antique stores, flea markets, and forgotten jars of coins continues to be one of the most rewarding aspects of coin collecting. Many remarkable discoveries have occurred simply because someone decided to examine old pennies that had been overlooked for decades. Every wheat penny carries the possibility of revealing an important variety, an exceptional condition rarity, or a fascinating piece of American history. The 1955 wheat penny without a mint mark represents much more than an ordinary 1-cent coin. It serves as a lasting symbol of American craftsmanship, history, and everyday life during the prosperous 1950s. Its timeless design, historical importance, and close association with one of the most famous mint errors ever discovered ensure that it remains one of the most recognized dates in the Lincoln Wheat Cent series. While most examples are common, exceptional coins with rare varieties or outstanding preservation continue to attract serious collector attention. Discovering a forgotten 1955 wheat penny hidden in an old coin jar, family collection, or estate inheritance can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure, reminding collectors that remarkable pieces of history are sometimes accidentally lost, quietly preserved, and patiently waiting to be found by someone willing to look a little closer.